Top of the morning to you YouTubers. This is Galen. I'm making this video out of Jersey City, New Jersey. I was about to say New York. I just came from New York. I'm here at it's called West Coast Port. It's a beer factory. Pretty much any beer that you could think of possibly is in the building behind me. This is my truck. Y'all already seen it before. This is my original truck. All right, y'all already seen it before. This is the one I did in Salt Lake City. But I'm getting loaded up. I'm heading to Atlanta, Georgia after this for a tomorrow delivery, 900 miles. I just started my day. For y'all that don't know what a port is where everything from other countries come to America. So I know California has a port, Jersey has a port, Virginia has a port, and there's some other ports and stuff like that. I'm trying to see, hopefully the security guard don't tell me to turn it off, but I'm trying to show y'all what a port looks like. If you see, that's a port. You can see all the cranes, containers, etc., etc. And the trucks, as you see the trucks, they go in the port, take it out, and some take it to other locations. You know, some companies take it to other locations, and what happens is those containers get emptied out into warehouses, and then after the warehouse, it goes into trucks like the truck I got, you know, the truck you're driving and stuff like that. So that's usually how ports work. You have to have it's called a TWIC card in order to get in a port. Those are, you know, something you just, you know, sign up for, pay a little fee, they do a little background check. That just authorizes you to go in the port. There are some companies where if you go in a port, you can just grab, you'll just have to give them your ID, sign up and everything. If you don't have a TWIC card, you can get in a port without a TWIC card. I have been in a port without a TWIC card. It's just a longer process. But yeah, so far being back on the road has been cool. I started off from El Paso. I went to Salt Lake City, Utah, dealt with the mountains there. Then I picked up in southern Utah, I went to Brooklyn, the Bronx, and then New York. Now those places were difficult. One thing I'm gonna tell you, the reason why I didn't make a video, first let me tell you, the reason why I didn't make a video, it was dark. All my deliveries was like 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. So y'all wouldn't have been able to see me. I'm already black, you know, so y'all really wouldn't have been able to see me. But Brooklyn was easy. It was just off the highway, make a left, make a right, I was there. Now the Bronx and New York were a little bit more difficult. I understand why people don't like going to those places though, I honestly do. I walked out where I'm at because they're about to go to lunch, so I'm just show y'all a little closer. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that is a port right there. All right, that's a port. If you want to see, like I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to be recording it. Might be a federal law, you know. But yeah, and some of these containers also go on trains. Sorry, there's a lot of trains out here. Some of them go on trains and they go to rail yards, etc., etc. I saw like a line of like brand new BMWs when I first came in. I saw like a whole fleet of, it was like probably about 27 series BMWs, brand spanking new, that the guys were driving. And I'm pretty sure they're probably going to go get loaded up on a truck and go to a dealership. You see, he's flying. One thing about those port drivers, if you ever go to a port, I've been in a port twice. Those drivers, they fly, you know. I'm sorry, I hear something sparking from a train. But yeah, I'm about to go to the little neighborhood store around here and just grab something, a bite to eat and stuff like that. I don't have my refrigerator in that one, but I will. But so far being back on the road, I enjoy it. You know, I miss it in some way, you know. I was like, whew, it feels good to be back on the road, you know. But other than that, like I said, I was just showing y'all how a port look. I'm gonna make some more videos and stuff like that when I get the chance. if y'all got any questions, you know, any concerns, let me know. Like I said, I'm in Jersey City, New Jersey. Not a bad place. Jersey's not bad. I didn't run into too much traffic. It's a lot of construction that's going on right now, but as far as traffic, I ran into, it was like an accident or two that caused like a lot of traffic. So, but one thing I did realize, if you go to New York, if from one location to the other is 20 miles, 30 miles, prepare for it to be like an hour and a half. I was so shocked because I was like, oh, okay, Brooklyn to the Bronx, maybe 20 miles, 25, maybe max 30 miles. But it took an hour and 30 to an hour 45 minutes to get there. Same way from the Bronx to New York, New York. It took me an hour and a half, and it was like 27 miles because you have to take the streets of New York to go. There's no interstate that goes around and then you get off, you're right there. No, you have to go through the streets. It's truck routes, but it's a truck route that goes through, well, depending on where you're going also, but it was a truck route that went through the center of New York, New York, and I was on Broadway. I took Broadway all the way down. So that's the street I was on, Broadway in New York. Be careful. That's what I'm gonna say. Be careful when you go to New York. All right. For some reason, these people do not believe in the light structure that they design. Where if I'm traveling north and south and I got the green light, the people that's traveling east and west, walking across the street, they have to wait. Well, not in New York. I had the green light and people don't worry about a crosswalk. They just hop right in the lane. So that's what I recommend. Just take your time, 20, 30 miles an hour, and that's what's gonna cause a lot of the time. But yeah, outside of that, I'm heading to Atlanta, Georgia after this. From Atlanta, Georgia, I don't know, not yet. But I keep y'all updated on what's going on. I make some more videos and stuff like that. But like I said, New York, if I know a lot of people don't want to go. All right, that's one thing I see. All right, because I know I was about to end it, but I'm gonna just say this. I know a lot of people don't want to go to New York. All right, I'm not a fan of it, but we're truck drivers. Unless you're on a dedicated or regional, I recommend that you go to New York just to. I'm gonna say going to New York tests your skills to control your truck. That's what I told a friend of mine. I said, man, one thing going to New York showed me was it really put my skills to work, because it's not easy. The turns, the right hand turns, they're car turns, but you're 70 feet long. They're built for cars, but we gotta get there. The reason why they put these places here, I have absolutely no clue, but we have to do it. We're truck drivers, we're professionals. They say, hey, you got 3-stop New York. Of course I want to say, oh no, I'm not taking it, but I'm a truck driver. I don't deny loads, you know, unless it's something crazy like if it was from here to Atlanta and it took 3 days to deliver, I probably have something to say. You know, that's what you debate, but don't argue with your dispatchers about, oh, I don't go here. If you're all 48, you know, then go everywhere, just so you can get the experience. That's what I say. Get the experience of going to New York, going to the port, going to Chicago, just to say, you know what, I've been. Because everybody's ain't been everywhere, all right? But other than that, y'all be safe out there on the road if y'all on the road. If you're not on the road and you're trying to become a truck driver, just, you know, send me a message. You know, send me your email address or something like that. And, you know, I try and answer whatever I can. I've only been doing it for a few years. I'm not like one of these guys that's been doing it for 20, 30 years. But I've experienced a lot. I've been through the snow, rain, everything. All right? Y'all be safe out there, and talk to you later.